Did you know that the Bible is the best-selling and most read book in all the world? Up to 100 million copies are sold or donated annually, and approximately 20 million copies are sold each year in the U.S. alone. It is July 19th, 2022, and this is GatorBites. Brothers and sisters, this Saturday we really need a lot of volunteers to help us collect the school supply bags we dropped off last Saturday in several of our local neighborhoods to be filled for a couple of our Gainesville elementary schools who are in need. I am so grateful for the 30 volunteers that we had this past Saturday. You guys did an amazing job dropping off bags. You were superheroes, so thank you for the amazing job that you guys did. But brothers and sisters, we only had 30 volunteers and we really needed more help. You know, we had been announcing this for a couple of months, so I've got to be honest, I was initially really disheartened that we only had about 5 volunteers per neighborhood to pass out just under 1,000 bags. That was not an easy task. But the volunteers we did have did it. So again, thank you guys. Again, you're awesome. Thank you for serving in this way. This Saturday, we have even a greater task ahead of us. We have to go and pick up those bags filled with school supplies. So, Campus View, I'm making another plea for any and everyone who can please come and help us. We need some folks with trucks, we need some folks with SUVs who can help us, and we need as many hands as possible who can help us collect the bags. So again, we'll meet this Saturday at 9 a.m. at the church parking lot, and we'll break up into teams, we'll take some time to pray, and then we'll head out. So again, thank you to all of our volunteers. Look, brothers and sisters, I know that we all have a lot on our plates. God has given us our lives in this world, and we have responsibilities. I promise, I'm not insensitive to that. I feel it too. But we're also God's church. I know it can be a tricky balance when it comes to meeting our worldly responsibilities, meeting the needs of our families, and our commitment to the body of Christ and the mission that we have before us as Christians. It can be very, very tricky to balance. But hopefully, we haven't forgotten how important our lives are as Christians in this world. Remember, Jesus came to bring about a paradigm shift in the way that we think about our lives and the way that we think about our lives in this world. He wasn't looking to start a movement that fit into our already established lives. He came to make discipleship or Christianity the main focus of our lives and to reestablish our focus and who we are. Thus, the paradigm shift in the way that we think and the way that we live. Sunday, I'm going to be jumping back into Isaiah chapter 42 to continue to talk about Jesus, the servant. You know, this past Sunday, Max Plager did a spectacular job talking about the realities of the struggle. You know, Jesus came to help us in our struggles and to help us better understand how to follow him through those struggles, as well as everything else that the world throws at us. Jesus is the ultimate servant to the world and to those who struggle. And as his disciples, we too have become servants. Servants to love, servants to give, servants to reach out to, and to fight for those who struggle spiritually and who struggle in many, many other ways. You know, when we come into the church, yes, we are the hurting. We are those who are struggling. We are in need of being served by the church and Christians within the body of Christ, those who can help us. But in time, we develop into the servants ourselves. Unfortunately, many people throughout the world, when it comes to the church, never move on from feeling like they're the ones who should be served by the church. God's church should always be filled with brothers and sisters who serve one another, doing whatever we can to meet one another's needs. But as we grow, we come to understand that we're not here to be served, but to serve. Jesus said it himself with the intent to pass this attitude on to his disciples. Jesus says in Matthew chapter 20, verse 28, and in Mark 10, verse 45, "For the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many. You know, although Jesus does serve us in so many, many, many ways, still, we're not here to be served, but to serve others. I hope we haven't forgotten that lesson that Jesus teaches us in this most read and best-selling book of all time. Tomorrow night is our last night of our summer book club series. I hope everyone has enjoyed their groups. Next Wednesday, we'll be back all together for a time of worship and great fellowship. If you're planning to attend the World Discipleship Summit in a couple of weeks, I want to encourage you. It is going to be amazing. They already have the class schedule out, and you can access it on the WDS app that is now available to you. Just go to the WDS website at www.worlddiscipleshipsummit.com, and you can find the app download link for your smartphone. Yes, it even works for you Samsung users. Anyway, finally, just a reminder, we're having a lot of work being done on the roof of this building, so please excuse the mess. And hopefully we're closing out or coming to the end here soon of all the construction being done on the roof, and it won't be long before that mess is gone, and we'll be back to some sort of normalcy around here. But please, in the meantime, watch your children outside around the building and make sure they stay away from the debris and all the roofing materials. Hopefully, brothers and sisters, you know that I love you, and I do pray for you. Have an amazing rest of the week, and I will see you next week on GatorBites.